Okay, so this is video number 17, red flag number 17 in the Red Flags of a Narcissist series. Red flag number 17 is they get you to introspect. And basically what this means is that you start questioning things. You start questioning them, you start questioning their behavior, you start questioning yourself. You start questioning whether or not you have issues or kind of what's going on. And a therapist friend of mine who has kind of an interest and a passion about narcissism like I do, was the one that brought this up, and he's so right on about this. And normal people in normal relationships do not question things to this extent, right? So if this is a surefire way to tell if you are with a narcissist or in a bad relationship. You're questioning things. You possibly might even be going to Google to try to figure out what in the hell is going on. So for example, there might be some strange behavior with kind of an even stranger excuse. So for example, I was one of the narcissists I was with, he was being really funny with his phone. He was texting a lot. I couldn't quite make sense of it. I didn't like it. He took his phone with him everywhere. Even to the bathroom. It was very squirrely behavior, right? I had never been with anybody that did that before. And in his mind, and he kept telling me, well, he had his own business and he just had to do that. And, there was really nothing going on. But he wouldn't show me his phone. He wouldn't, it's stuff like if that had been me, right? And somebody's like, I'm really weirded out by your behavior. It's kind of squirrely. I would have just been like, oh, wow, no, there's totally nothing going on here. Look at my phone. Like a normal person would probably volunteer that. They would try to do whatever they could to put their partner at ease. He did the exact opposite, was very attacking, very offended by that. And it made me question, like, well, do I have issues with men? Do I have issues with trust? I have a lot of reasons. Like nobody would blame me, right? Like I've been in 2 different relationships with 2 different covert narcissists. So yeah, I probably on some level do have some of these issues. So I'm sitting here, thinking, well, do I have issues with men? Do I have issues with trust? Or is it really weird behavior? Am I overreacting? Am I underreacting? Should I just get up and leave? Do other people have this? And so then here I am talking to my other friends, right? What do you think about this behavior? Is this weird? Is it normal? And then they're telling me, of course, a whole mix of answers. And then I'm asking my guy friends, what do you think of this? And is this normal? Is this weird? Is it me? Is it him? If you're going to this extent of trying to figure out what's normal behavior or what's deal breaker behavior, it's deal breaker behavior. Okay? That's your gut instinct. That's your spidey sense. That's probably even your common sense that you're trying to suppress and you don't want to see the obvious. So, a relationship with a narcissist, it's very crazy making. And that's kind of one of the ways that it is crazy making, because their behavior oftentimes does not line up. So they can be, when the good times are really good with a narcissist, they're really good. They're exciting. They're fun. They're, they are Mr. Wonderful. They're Prince Charming. But when the bad times are bad, they're really, really bad. And so a lot of victims have a hard time kind of reconciling these 2 sides of this person. And that's where that introspection comes into play, because the behavior that you're catching them doing doesn't line up with maybe other aspects of things that they're doing. So it's like your brain does not compute. And that's when all of this questioning starts happening. And the same guy that I dated, I had never been like formally loved bombed before. And he did it. He was like textbook. He was doing, he was the reason I started this website and started all of these videos. Because he was so textbook, and I found myself being so taken in by him that I had to kind of snap out of it. And I was seeing a counselor at the time, and I said, I know these red flags. Like, I know this. This is not my first rodeo. I've been down this road before. This guy, and he was just so addictive. And I was having a hard time breaking away from him. We only dated for about maybe 3 weeks. We went out, maybe 3 times during that period. But we were talking, texting and emailing and talking hours and hours and hours every day. And he was so charming, and he was so many things that I'd wanted in another person in my life. But his behavior, there were a lot of like spidey sense kind of things going off for me. And, you know, I was like, well, is it normal that he's, you know, emailing and texting me around the clock? And, you know, here's some other red flags that I'm seeing. And is it me? Do I not trust him? Is it too good to be true? But what if it is? What if it is true? And what if he is this wonderful, and I'm going to, you know, pass up this really great person because I have issues? And my therapist friend who taught me this red flag had said, he's like, you know, are you the same way with your best friend or other people that you're close to? You know, are you the same way with, was I the same way with him? And I was like, no, I'm not. I don't second guess the motives or my issues when I'm with my best friend or when I'm with, when I've gone out on dates before, you know, with other people. It was just this guy. And I shouldn't say it's just this guy. It's been, you start second guessing yourself. You start questioning everything when there's something legitimate to question, when there is something off. And when he brought it up that way, I thought, no, okay, no, it's not me. I don't have issues with men. I don't have issues with trust. I really don't have these issues. It's, I'm having issues with this guy. So pay attention to that. If you start really questioning behavior, if you find yourself Googling things, if you find yourself journaling about it, trying to sort out, you know, is it you or is it them, or what's, you know, is it really weird, or are you making too much out of it? This is a huge, huge, huge red flag. Huge red flag. Please do not overlook it. This is your inner GPS system telling you that something's wrong. Listen to it. Like I said in the previous video, I have never once thought to myself, boy, I'm so glad I went against my gut instinct. Never, not once. And not only that, I've never met a person that said that either. So keep that in mind when you're meeting people. Trust your instincts, trust your judgment, okay? It's very, very important. So that's it for red flag number 17. Red flag number 18, which is up next, is on lying. So as usual, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, frustrations, ideas for videos, you want to just say hi, you want to share your story, you want to share part of your story, you want to share part of your story anonymously, let me know. I can share it on my website, or I can make a YouTube video about it. There's lots of options. My website will be down below. It's narcissistsupport.com, or Facebook. I have a support group also called Narcissist Support, and I will see you soon for video number 18.